Do not attempt to adjust your television set or electronic device. You are entering a new realm, a dimension in which the low end resolution becomes slightly distinguishable. Join us on a journey into the super wide gear. Hello! I hope that you are not watching this video alone, because I'm about to intensify reality with the super wide gear for the Sega Game Gear, which opens up like this, blossoms out. I said it blossoms out. There we go. Now, if you thought your Sega Game Gear was already having a tough time being portable, now it's really going to have a hard time being portable. Snap it onto the front like that. It came with a screw that you put in back here, but I bought mine used, so it's missing on mine, but you see it's not really necessary. Looks like one of those old-fashioned cameras. So let's see what the Game Gear looks like without that magnifying lens. And that's not what it looks like, actually. That's just how it appears on camera. It's like pointing a old home movie camera into a CRT TV. It's just going to look like that. But it doesn't look like this off camera. So you get an idea what it outputs. Now let's see what it looks like when you put this thing back on. Mess with the contrast a bit, and it does the job. You can't really see it on camera, but it does magnify the screen a lot more, and it makes it more distinguishable. For me anyway, it looks a lot better. Well, it looks a little bit better. I shouldn't say a lot. It does help a bit. And the cool thing about the super wide gear is how powerful this magnifying lens is. Look at Kane's face. Let me push it back way further back. Now, stay up there. Very powerful magnifying lens. So, if you're not outside holding this up to the sun and setting ants on fire, this will help you to see the games better. Let's see what it looks like when I dim the lights. Okay, I got Deep Duck Trouble starring Donald Duck. This is what it looks like without the super wide gear. Yes, start. It's hard to see through this camera. Let's go back here. So let's see how it looks with the super wide gear. Snaps right on. See, it's hard to tell if there's any difference through the camera. But I definitely see a difference. Makes things just a little bit easier to see. Unfortunately, you can't tell that on camera. Let's try another game. This time I got Columns. The one player original. Start on easy, because I can barely see what I'm doing as it is. And I'm not playing this seriously, I'm just showing you what it looks like. Let's pause. Put this baby on. There we go. And I think it looks worse on the camera. It looks better while I'm looking at it above the camera, but through the camera it looks even worse. I really can't see what I'm doing through the camera. So in conclusion, the super wide gear does what it says. It magnifies the screen. It does make things just a little bit more clear for this low resolution handheld. And like I said before, it will defeat the purpose of portability, but you can see the games just slightly better. It's nothing special. It's a very strong magnifying lens, which snaps onto the Game Gear very easily. But don't pay a lot of money for it. I didn't spend more than $10 for this thing. And fortunately for me, it does work a bit. But I got eye problems. Like, my right eye is a little bit messed up. I was born with it messed up. And my left eye is starting to blur as I get older. I'm not completely blind, but I do need glasses sometimes. And this magnifying lens does help. It certainly improves the visual of the game for me. Now, you can get your Game Gear modded to an LCD display and probably eliminate the need for this super wide gear, but that'll set you back $300+. So that's an option, but this is not a bad investment. They're very affordable, they're easy to find, and there's other copycats on the market, but stick with this one if you really have a tough time seeing the Game Gear screen. So it's a bit of a mixed bag, to each their own, but I would have to say that this is an okay product. Not terrible, but not excellent. Thank you for watching, and have a nice night. Kane, 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 Jim Ross yelled, "Choke slam! Choke slam! Who's your daddy, Undertaker?"